I recently had the opportunity to review a wig that I had reviewed a few years back and that I had made a tip video on showing how I made it my own. So in that video, I was able to show you a brand new one and one that I'd not only worn quite a bit, but modified. And you guys loved that so much that I am pleased to say I have the opportunity to do it again. Today, we are going to take a look at Raquel Welch Waves and Raves. It's kind of a tongue twister. I have a brand new one on my head right now, and I have one from my own collection that I have modified and worn a lot. So let's talk about this style because she may not be for you out of the box, but with a few little tweaks, easy, I promise, she may become one of your favorites, just like she did for me. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook, and I am here on behalf of Raquel to bring you this review of Waves and Raves, and the fact that I already had one that I could show you is the icing on the cake. Because let me tell you guys, this wig is unique and may not be for everybody out of the box, but I do think she is going to find her fan base because she has so much potential. So I was really excited when I got her in my monthly box from Raquel to show. So in case you don't know, I work with Raquel a lot to bring you guys a lot of reviews, but it also makes it possible for me to do a lot of tip videos because I learn about every wig that I show you. Not only then can I help with questions, and you guys reach out to me all the time with color questions and style questions, but I also sometimes get a wig that I think could make a great tip video. So this partnership with Raquel allows me, yes, to do a lot of wig reviews, but it also gives me the ability to do so much more. And my number one goal is to support my wig sister community on this journey because I am a wig sister, and the support I got from other people willing to be public with their own journey was immeasurably helpful to me. And I know it's really been helpful to a lot of you. So thank you to Raquel. Please show them some love. They are a great online retailer, but they also have some in-person wig shops. They have one currently in Kansas City. They have one opening in the Dallas area sometime in the spring. I think they have 3 locations in Canada. They just opened their UK online store, which might mean there might be some in-person stores. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing, but definitely check them out for all the major name brands. They do live sales every single week with open box clearance, giveaways, huge discounts, so much. So I'll put a link in the description box below, not only to this wig, but to my tip video where I show you how I made this style my own. And if, as we're chatting, other tip videos seem like they would make sense, those will be linked as well. And I so appreciate you guys supporting my ability to make these videos by supporting the companies that support me. Let's take a look at this brand new Waves and Raves in Golden Pecan all the way around. She's sassy, no question about it. She is sassy. All these layers, heavily layered, a really unstructured wave pattern, a bang that you can wear as not a bang if you would like. So this does give you, if you like a little bit of a shorter fringe, but maybe you don't like a full bang, this style will work for bang wearers and non-bang wearers alike. Now, Waves and Raves is made with the brand new Luxe Light 2 cap that Raquel Welch recently launched, as well as their new Featherlight fibers. And these fibers are lighter than their original heat-friendly synthetic fibers, as well as lighter than a human hair strand. And they're made with a hollow core, which gives this wig a lightness that actually has to be felt to believed. This is so incredibly light. These fibers are wispy and fine. They do feel very close to human hair. Some of the older heat-friendly synthetic fibers had like a waxy texture to them. I remember early on in my wig journey, I was really afraid of heat-friendly fibers and I avoided them like the plague. Since then, I've learned that shorter styles like this, heat-friendly actually is a little bit more realistic looking. They're not as shiny as regular synthetic, and generally the heat-friendly fibers have come such a long way that they're really light. These are even lighter. And this Luxe Light cap is so comfortable. I really love their new Luxe Light cap as well. So if you're someone who can afford a little bit of a higher price point, because this is a mostly hand-tied wig, and you have not tried these brand new caps or fibers, I do think it's worth giving them a try. I am a huge fan. Now, I'm just gonna give you guys a quick overview and then I will show you the one that I've modified. So we have got an extended lace front. Raquel Welch does a phenomenal job on their lace fronts. So this is an awesome, awesome lace front. We do have a full mono top on this one. You can part it anywhere that you would like. That lace is extended. On these Luxe Light 2 caps, they have included silicone on the ear tabs. This is removable. The stitches are big. Get a seam ripper and you can get rid of them if you don't like them. They also have silicone on the nape. This, I think, will be a game changer for some. Sometimes silicone on wigs doesn't have any impact, in my opinion, especially if you have a little bit of bio hair. I think this silicone is positioned exactly right, and it does grip your neck a little bit. Not in an uncomfortable way, at least not for me, but if you find that your wigs are slipping in the back, this could make all the difference. We do have Velcro adjusters. We have some closed wefting about midpoint down, which is fine. It's comfortable, it's light. The open wefting on their regular caps is wider apart and it's a little bit thicker and heavier. This is very lightweight, but we have all of this is hand tied. So up here is where wefting would typically start, but on these caps, it's hand tied along with that lace front. So these are just really, really light caps. We're gonna throw on mine. This one's in the color Shaded Cappuccino. And bear in mind, mine has been worn many has times. Also been washed. So she's been worn and washed. And what I have done to her, I mean, doesn't she, I don't know, this just fits me better. The other one felt a little too much for me. It was kind of chaotic and overwhelming, which is not a comment on whether or not it's going to feel like that on you. We are all very different. Our expectations are different, our experience is different, our preferences are different. They're not right, they're not wrong, they just are. And for me, I needed to trim the bang because I decided I wanted to wear this with a full bang. Again, you don't have to. It's what they're calling an eyelash bang, and you can definitely sweep it. And I debated whether or not I wanted to take heat to it and sweep the bang versus wear it as a full bang. And then I used my thinning razor to trim all the layers on the side. And I'll throw the other one on, but you can see this is much shorter up in here because I trimmed it up. I wanted to clean it up a little bit. I wanted it to be a little less bulky and heavy on the sides. I didn't really do much back here. I focused really on this whole front section, and I did it all on video. So definitely check out that video below, and you can see maybe you're looking at the brand new one thinking, yeah, I don't know, it's just not speaking to me. And then I go throw this one on and you're thinking, oh, well, yeah, I love that now. You can get this for yourself by following my tip video. It's why I make them. I want to empower you to be successful on this journey. And even though I show you guys a ton of wigs, I am not trying to promote overconsumption by any stretch of the imagination. I'm working on that myself. What I'm trying to do is balance the need to show all different kinds of wigs because women are coming to this journey brand new all the time and you just never know what will speak to someone. I'm trying to balance that with giving you guys tips and tricks and practical advice so that you don't have to constantly buy new hair. You can make the hair that you already own work. And sometimes we make purchases thinking a wig will be different than it is when we get it. And returning it isn't always the solution. Sometimes it's just modifying it and making it our own. You can see this is longer in general. It's heavier on the sides. The bang is longer. I can't really wear this as a full bang out of the box, which is very common for me. I have a 2.5-inch measurement where I would like a bang to fall, and most wigs that have a bang, the bangs are too long. And that thinning razor I used is a lifesaver, and it is universally accessible to everybody. You do not have to have skill. You do not have to have a steady hand, and it really does make it easier for you to make wigs your own versus having to pay someone else to do it. Now, this piece is what I would, even though it's super, super lightweight, I would consider this to be more of a moderate density. And density is tricky because it's very subjective and it can be hard to assess just in a review. And I can't possibly wear every wig I show you guys. There's only so many hours in a day. And so I generally have to make assessments based on a short little experience with wigs, especially the fact that I don't keep all the wigs I review. And so this one, though, I've had some experience with, and I can tell you that having worn this one quite a bit, I would say it's more of a moderate density, even though it is so lightweight. You're tempted to think it's a light density, but when I have it on, it just feels like kind of a lot up around here, even after the trimming, and that's what tells me it's more of a moderate density. It has no Permatease, so there's no real like poofy volume. There is a little volume though because of the way that they constructed this wig, the way they put these fibers into this cap, they tied them in, and then the layers, and it gives it a volume, a kind of a lift that we achieve with our bio hair, with a lot of work, with a round brush, with product. That's what this I think of when I think of this wig right here, is somebody took some time to round brush and style their hair. And so I think she, even though she's kind of messy and the wave pattern's a little chaotic and with all the layers, she does look like you spent some time on your hair. And I do find that when I gravitate toward this one, it is when I've got a full face of makeup on, maybe a little jewelry. To me, this isn't a no makeup kicking around kind of style. It might be for you though. I can see how it can be both. All right, let's talk about fit. Let's move this along. These caps fit me pretty true to average. I do get a lot of extra cap up here. You can see how I can do that. It just means I'm not filling out the cap. My head isn't big enough for what this cap can fit. I also have to cinch it in nearly all the way. And I can cover my ears on both sides when I pull it down, which again tells me it's running really true to average this way because I have a very average petite to petite over the top of my head. My circumference is closer to average at about 21.5. due to some weight gain, but over the top is still very petite. So I would say this is running very true to average. Obviously, I can wear it. I've worn mine a lot. I wear a wig grip and then it's fine. So I think it's going to fit average petite, maybe almost up to average large. Please weigh in the comments if you've tried these Luxlite caps and let us know if you run a little larger, how they fit you, because I can only guess based on how it fits me. So hearing real life experience is helpful. So I will just say it's running really true to average. Well, if you made it this far, God bless you. I swear I tried not to go on and on in these videos, but there's so much. I'm always thinking of the new wig wearer and what could be really helpful. And so those of you who don't maybe need all the information, but watch them because you want to support me, and watching my videos all the way through is a humongous support. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Let's cover this color. So we've got the color, oh goodness, now it's out of my brain, but I still have the tag. It's Golden Pecan. RL13/88. This is a neutral medium blonde with pale golden blonde highlights. I am struggling with whether this is, I think this is a warm color. Now, even though they say they used more of a neutral medium blonde, it's looking really warm to me. I think Golden Pecan is the perfect name. It's that medium blonde, you know, it's the unroasted pecan, maybe the inside of the pecan. It's definitely a more of a warmish, kind of a yellowish, honey blonde. It's not super light. It doesn't have any root, so it doesn't look super on me. I do recognize that this color isn't my color. I would really need it to be rooted if I were to ever wear a color like this. You can see some of the lighter blonde here and there, but it's not a heavily highlighted piece. So if you're just looking for that medium blonde, you don't want ashy tones, you don't want it to look gray in any lighting, you don't want any brunette, you don't want any platinum, this is a good one. But this wig comes in a ton of colors, just a ton of colors. So you have a lot of options. Let's go outside so you can see this one outside. Remember, I've got some helpful videos in the description box below. And even if this wig isn't for you, what I did to this wig could be something you would try on a different wig. So those tip videos can be helpful for a lot of different applications. Don't forget about Raquel, you guys. See you soon.
Golden Pecan, fresh out of the box. Or I should say Waves and Raves and Golden Pecan, fresh out of the box. I have run a wide tooth comb through her, and that is all that I have done. You can see there is no root on this one. And I have not separated out that part yet. Got a little bit of snow going on, as you can see. When it snows lately like this, it's so silent out here. Except my neighbor's doing something over there. I can hear it, but other than that, if that wasn't happening, it would be still and silent and beautiful. All right, there you go.
Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.